Dance party, Colin and Gary serenading Daisy, Scarlett and Gary kissing. Like, what are we missing here? Hot tub. I mean,
Also,
drinks flowing.
Great look for Kelsey. She's wearing a San Diego State hoodie.
Yeah.
I don't know if she went to school there. It'd be cooler if she didn't. I like when people wear random hoodies of like kind of not big name schools that they didn't go to. I think it's like
shout out to the are they the Aztecs?
Yeah, I mean, hey, Kawhi Leonard. I think Jim Harbaugh coached there before he coached at Stanford. Yeah, no, they're good at like football and basketball. Yeah. But it's not like she's not wearing like a USC or UCLA hoodie. I thought, despite the fart, she looked good. In the hoodie, good for her. But yeah, what was I saying? So after Gary and Scarlett make out, Gary goes downstairs where Daisy's behind the bar, and he just starts flirting like hard with her too.
Oh yeah, I mean, Gary can't really help himself.
No, he cannot. No.
And then Colin kind of gets into it, and they're serenading Daisy. But honestly, they had a good power 3 moment there. I think we all appreciate that they're the franchise. And I think Ashley was there too, just like not saying anything.
Gary's conversation worked, I guess.
You know what's really funny? I was thinking about it. You know what camera they weren't showing us? The Kelsey, Barnaby, Scarlett, Marcos party upstairs. I was like, that's just a weird cast of characters.
I think the crew really likes Barnaby.
Yeah, I do too.
But it's like, everyone likes Kelsey too. And Ashley and Marcos have no beef. That was just Gabriella and Marcos.
Yeah.
That might have been a fun little hangout, but like, they're not the stars. So
right.
There you go.
But I really did. I liked everything about it. They got to the point where I don't know if people started to go to bed or whatnot, but it's pretty much just Gary and Scarlett now in the hot tub kissing. And Gary makes the everything's going swimmingly, and then he basically tells Scarlett he wants to have sex with her, and she's like, I gotta go. Which, good move by Scarlett.
So that's the earlier conversation with Ashley backfiring.
Yeah,
I think, and also the Daisy convo and all that, where Scarlett has in her head like, not tonight at least. Yeah. I bet you maybe the last night of the season they hook up.
Maybe. I mean, I think it gets to the point where it's like Gary's really hitting on Scarlett pretty hard, and I don't think she doesn't enjoy it, but I don't think it needs to be this intense right now.
Yeah.
But obviously they're both running up against the clock here. There's probably only 6 days left.
Like 2 charters.
Yeah.
We still have no idea how long the season is, or when Ballistic Med's starting. Yeah.
No idea. Maybe they're like release. Wait, they already recorded Med, right? Like a while ago.
They must have. Yeah. Last fall, I think, because the Mediterranean's had peak season in like September and October.
It's weird. It's almost like they had to like edit somebody out or something like that.
Ooh.
Or I don't know. Like, it just seems like they don't want to release a trailer because they don't want to show like the whole cast or something like that.
Yeah, I can't imagine what. Wow. Yeah, you might be right.
Sean, you do have I know you said you're not a conspiracy theory guy, but you always had a conspiracy theory for Below Deck Legacy latest season, that there was a deckhand that was not shown just because like it just didn't make sense.
Yeah, I had no real info to back that up either. I like it. You would have seen somebody like once in a while.
Yeah.
So still a theory.
Sean, do we want to talk about, is there anything else on that night specifically you want to talk about before we get into Lane and Amanda?
There's a little Kelsey Daisy combo. And they bring it up more the next day though, about like kind of Daisy's motivations for that conversation with Scarlett.
Yeah.
And I guess what Kelsey brought up was like, he gives you the most attention on the boat, Gary.
Yeah.
And if like, I do think girls and guys, like if someone's giving you like a lot of attention, even if it's you don't feel like the same way towards them, you might miss the attention if it's going somewhere else. Like you're gonna miss the ego boost and all that. Yeah. So
yeah.
Nice point by Kelsey.
Yeah. It was kind of funny listening to them talk the night of, because like they're both struggling to get some words out. Daisy a little bit more than Kelsey, but no, I do think that they have a pretty good friendship, but only because like I feel like Daisy's trying to like herd cats between her department, and so Kelsey's just like a nice outlet.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
So Sean, let's talk about Lane, the next charter guests coming on. So they want so it's Lane and Amanda. So yep. Newly engaged Lane and Amanda. Canadians, everybody's Canadian, which Captain Glenn is as well.
There you go.
That's like the least shocking thing I've ever heard, that Glenn's Canadian. Like just a nice guy, and that's the stigma, that Canadians are nice, I guess. So
good for them.
We're gonna go.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice thing to be known for. But they do feel like really nice people. Glenn kind of lets them know, hey, we've got some rough weather coming, so we may not go sailing at all. So, he's going to do what he can do to kind of like help them out. Like it sounds like they've got some relay race going to go.
Excited for that.
Yeah, that looks really fun. You know what? That's one of those things that like, it looks fun when the guests are like, hey, we want to do a relay race. It's like one of the other things. It's like, it's really lame when just because it's like raining or something, that like interior is like, ooh, let's do a relay race, but the guests don't want to do it. Like in this one, like they requested it, so they'll be all about it.
Oh yeah, 100%. And they did this at Below Deck and Below Deck Med season 2 and 3. This guy Kenny's group, and it's good TV.
Yeah,
I like it. Yeah.
So I think it's going to be a fun charter. They're pretty easygoing. Like there was this one where this girl ordered Aperol Spritz, and then the girl behind her just goes, yeah, I'll have that too. And then the guy goes, yeah, I'll have that too. And like, that's me when I like, if like just drinks are coming, like honestly, whatever the person in front of me is getting, I'm fine with.
John, yeah, I agree. That was, I actually read this book about like kind of, I think it's about like trends, sort of. I forget what it was exactly about, but they brought up how the Aperol Spritz was like the hot summer drink one summer.
Yeah.
And then it became rosé, and then it became the espresso martini. Oh, I think credit to Below Deck for that. But,
I haven't had an espresso martini in like years, man, but it is like the order of choice for any deckhand, it feels like.
Yeah. Has that, like, what's the hot drink in Denver right now?
I
feel like
I'll tell you, I'm a Paloma guy.
Oh yeah.
So I'll order Palomas. I feel like Denver is just like all just like beer.
Yeah.
Like Denver's like a beer, like there's more breweries than we know what to do with. So but I could definitely do a Paloma at any time, especially when it gets real hot out.
Yeah, I think I love a Paloma too. I think drink trends started like New York City or Miami, and then they just like kind of go throughout the country.
Yeah. But
yeah, it's surprising. I haven't really had many espresso martinis either, and I like coffee as much as anyone.
Yep.
And I watch Below Deck more than anyone. So I need to start ordering them more.
Yeah.
It makes sense for them because they're so tired because they work every day.
Right. Yeah.
It's kind of like a classier Red Bull and vodka.
Oh, that actually is a good point. Yeah, it really is. And it's probably like a nice, like in place of desserts.
Oh yeah.
Like you don't need cake, but like, a martini sounds nice. Chocolate espresso martini. All right, Sean. So one thing I did want to talk about in this episode, because I feel like we're getting to the end here, is I feel like there's a foreshadowing about, and obviously it comes to a head, but this whole episode, I thought like Marcos was like going to like collapse or something. Like, do you remember there's a point at dinner where Colin's like, hey man, like, don't feel like you can't ask us for help. Like we can help you. Cause I think they see that he's up like all day, all night, working his butt off. And, obviously it comes to a head here when he finds out his good friend, which he said kind of was like a brother to him, their mom died. And, that's really tough news. I don't know how Marcos is going to react. I feel like he could take it two ways and just dive into work here. Or, I mean, I don't know. This would probably be the most abrupt departure I've ever seen in Below Deck history, if that's where it goes.
Yeah, that stinks for him because he's about to put dinner out too.
Exactly.
So you've got no time to process it or think about it. Now, Marcos is a professional. He'll execute it. It's tough for him though. He can't go back to his Venezuela, right?
I don't think so.
Didn't he say that because he was the personal chef for the president and then he quit and
basically had to leave. Yeah.
So he can't go back and assuming his friend's family is still in Venezuela, he can't even go back and attend the funeral or anything. So no, he'll pull it out. Marcos is a professional, but that stinks, especially right before you're putting the food out and stuff too. Yeah.
Yeah. So you might just have to dive into his work. Who knows? Sean, anything else before we kind of go into the question of the week here or awards?
Well, we got to talk about the episode's name, Smashley. The guests start calling Ashley Smashley, and she sort of has a very casual conversation back to them, where she drops a few F-bombs, in a nice way. I forget exactly what she said. Oh yeah, I'm known to get fucked up.
Yeah.
On a few nights out. And Daisy. So this is a big theme in early seasons of Below Deck, where they didn't want the stews or the deckhands to be too chummy with the guests. You're just kind of supposed to be at a distance.
Yep.
Sort of aloof, and you're not a diner waitress where you're trying to have a conversation with them. If they want to talk to you for a second, you're allowed to, but you don't want to make a connection with them because, and I always found that a little odd. I
think that's it's almost like the higher class of the service, the more ghost you're trying to be, or the more less personable you're trying to be because you're a professional. I don't know, man, but I do get you what you mean, where it's just I feel at the diner you kind of hear how their day's going, but when you're a high-end resort, you only time you see people is when they're just giving you drinks or something like that.
I think I've heard this theory, it's because you don't want the guests to feel bad for asking to do stuff constantly. Because if you feel if they see the server as a human, they're going to feel bad about making you unpack their clothes and stuff.
Right.
But if there's a distance between the two of you, interesting. I personally would I don't know. I'd rather just people act normal, but
yeah,
I don't know. But Daisy had good advice because she wasn't she's just find the balance between being a friend and giving 5-star service. And Ashley, to her credit, takes the criticism pretty well.
Yeah.
I know I work with a lot of people in this industry. What any criticism they get, they hate. And I don't know, John, I think Ashley's an okay stew.
Yeah, I actually think she's not bad. I think she's really taking to heart that she can't. She wasn't going to be second stew based on just being there for a couple extra charters. So I think she realizes she has to actually go out and earn it.
Yeah.
So I think that's what, it comes down to. And what is she going to get second stew for one charter? Great for a resume builder, I guess. But
yeah,
it's kind of like when Malia named
Alex,
David,
and Alex too.
Yeah, for the very last
the last charter. Day. Yeah, she named David lead decade at dinner. The goodbye dinner. Yeah. You guys aren't doing any more boat stuff.
Yeah.
He's gonna what orders is he gonna give to Z?
Yeah, exactly.
When they're pecking up, yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see. Maybe she does earn that by the end of the season, but I wouldn't count on it yet. All right, Sean. So you want to go into